Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys today about Married at First Sight, season 6. That's a UK version, episode 10. It was a kamikaze event. This was the Yes event where they say stay or leave in their various couples. And there was nothing that was of a crazy twist. But some of the conversations that were had were eye-opening. We're going to discuss this particular episode a little bit more in depth. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. For those of you who are returning, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated. Why? Because the streets out there are hot, baby. All right, then. Cool. Let's talk about the various couples. Let's start first and foremost with Frankie and Mer. I call her Mer because it's Merelise, but I can't spell her name very well. So Frankie and Merelise, I don't think there's much more to say apart from the fact that we are seeing once again the walls and the opposition that Frankie wants to put up, and the fact that Merelise seems to ignore and not really want to come out and say her actual truth. Right, sis, you're seeing Frankie, and he's putting up these particular walls. He's argumentative at times. He wants to be right all the time. Has to be his way all the time, and it's getting to you. If it wasn't getting to you when you had your argument, you wouldn't have left the house as you did. Okay, it's not a small reason. You left the premises, sis. Okay, all right. At that point, that tells me you had to vacate yourself because you felt unsafe. Right? So we can't just gloss it over like it's not like I don't think he's controlling or anything like that. No, sis, you think something's not quite right. And as you mentioned earlier on as well, you spoke about how your kids are most important to you. Yes, if they are, then you can't ignore some of the flags that you're seeing for you. Your quietness and your ability to go with the flow is going to affect you in the long run in this relationship, because the more you stay silent, the more he grows in confidence in the way that he leads. I spoke about this last time, and I said about how even when he was doing the risotto and everything like that, you saw how when he was under pressure, when he didn't know what he was doing, he felt like it was someone taking a shot at him personally, right? He's not validated when he gets things wrong. And we saw it again in this episode where they questioned him about, the not being open. Even other couples are like, you guys kind of separate yourselves. And he had to make an excuse. Oh, well, we're slightly older. When you get older, you make mistakes. You don't want to be sharing everything with a group. No, sir, you're just closed off. That's the honest truth. You're closed off, and you're closed off also in a relationship whenever you want to do something your way. Now he expressed, oh, it's only been 10 days. So what do what do you expect? Do you want me to tell in your whole, I'm not going to be telling you my whole life and sharing out my deepest, darkest secrets. But the thing is, sir, it's not just 10 days. All right. Because y'all been together for a little while and you spent 24/7 with each other. So it's deeper than 10 days. And who else are you going to be vulnerable with? Or when are you going to be vulnerable with that person? Right, you're acting as if, bro, like, when people say what he does, when people act the way Frankie does, it's as if, oh, if I had more time, I would obviously express how I feel. No, you wouldn't. You'd be the exact same way. Okay, if not even worse. Okay, people who are open are open. People who are closed are closed. Okay, so you haven't opened up yourself in terms of your vulnerabilities, and that's why he had to make a point of it when she said, obviously, we haven't both opened ourselves up to each other. He said, yeah, you haven't. You're actually right. I'm glad you said that, because you haven't been open you haven't been open either. And I was like, see, this is what we're talking about. It's the way you talk to this woman. Whatever's happened in your past, it feels as if you're punishing this woman with the way that you address her and the way you move her. Now, he hasn't done anything crazy, but it's just the energy he's putting out. It's controlling. It feels like it's defensive. It's not very open. It's not very inviting, and so everything seems to stay within their relationship, but it's like you're part of a process now, right? I get it. You don't want to share everything. You don't have to, but you got to share something, because right now you're a closed book and everybody wants to know a little bit more so they can understand you a bit better, even the experts. And you kind of came at the experts as well, saying, obviously, I've only known you for 2 seconds. You've only been in our lives for like 2 seconds. I said, sir, why are you throwing shots? That's the point we're making. You're too defensive. What happened to you? Okay? We don't want you to hurt poor Merelise. All right? That's enough of them two. Let's go to Morag and Luke. I think they made some good progress today. They both said they didn't love each other, which is fine. I don't know why the experts were pushing for them to say whether they loved each other or not. We knew they didn't. They had issues they had to work out. Well, they're not at the love stage. I don't know why we have to throw that in there to try and throw a spanner in the works. There is no spanner in the works. Morag doesn't love Luke. Luke doesn't love Morag. But at least Luke is getting there. And what I love about Morag is her blatant honesty. She just said, "Look, I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why we're not there yet is because of me. I'm afraid of that commitment. I'm afraid of just giving myself wholeheartedly to this man. He's a good man. I can see it. I want to travel down that road. But the issue is me. I'm afraid." And I love her honesty, right? Because she always seems to find a way to be truthful about how she feels, even if I don't like the way she says it. And I really don't like the way she says it. It's the way she says it sometimes. It's hella rude. It's off-putting. Yeah, it's off-putting. It's not very loving at all the way she says certain things. You know what I mean? I'm not about it. But all in all, she always tells the truth, which allows Luke to know where he is. And what I love is that they both exchanged what they appreciate about each other. And Luke really did express the fact that during the part where they had to do the yes control game during the course of the week, what he found out was that he was gaining his confidence. So there is an aspect to her where he's learning to be more forward, to be more confident, to be more of himself. And that's needed. You need that in a relationship, right? So that's a powerful appreciation of what Morag has done. And I like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got no hate in the bones for Morag and Luke. She just needs to watch how she says it. But other than that, I think they're moving on quite nicely. No one's expecting them to be in love at this moment. I'm not anyway. I really ain't. We have Amy and Josh. Oh my days. Let me stick some water for this particular one. It is the emotional intelligence for me. Where is it for Josh? It's in the stratosphere's cloud. Because it's not with him. How do you miss your girlfriend being upset, teary-eyed, brother? And then make excuse, oh, you know what, shut my back to. No, you don't even. Sir, you looked her right in the eye. We saw it on the TV. You were right there, right next to her. She just had a conversation with the group. And you saw, do you not see the redness in the eye? How can you lack such awareness? How? And then you try to blame it on your age? It's got nothing to do with your age. You just lack emotional awareness. And I don't think you care. In all honesty, I don't think you like her. I don't. I think that's why it's like that. I don't think you like her. If I'm honest with you, I don't think you like her. That's my honest truth. And that's why it's difficult for you to see where she's coming from. She wants intimacy. She wants hugs. She wants you to be closer. And you can't do it because I believe I think you're emotionally unintelligent. And that doesn't mean you're unintelligent in general. We're talking about emotional intelligence. And I think also there may be some walls for you when it comes to physical intimacy. Because when she suggested that she needed some of that, you wanted to put a wall up as to you can't give her that. She's too needy. She's too this. And that for me spoke volumes. I think that speaks a lot about where you stand emotionally and where you stand and where you stand with how that connects to physical intimacy. And then when I say physical, it's not sexual, physical. Okay? The hugs, the touches, being close to somebody. You got annoyed about the fact she rested her leg on your leg. That just tells me either you hate this woman or you don't like emotional and physical intimacy. It's something makes you scared about it. There may be a wall there. There may be issues there. There may be some trauma there for you that you don't like that aspect of a relationship because you're not allowing her to have that with you. There's always a struggle. So I'm looking at it and I'm going, big man, I don't think you're that emotionally dead. I just don't think you care. I just don't think he cares enough. Now, I know he wanted to stay in a relationship, but I'm like, bro, what's the point of staying? What is the point of staying? You don't care enough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can't blame your youth of an age as young men all do. So. No, at 26, I could see someone was crying or not. I could see someone that was emotional or not. That doesn't take age. That takes you just being aware. What's difficult about that, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to cuss him. I'm just trying to say everything seems so lax and so chilled and so zen that it just lacks the ability to showcase that you care, that you appreciate the person that's in front of you, that you have an interest. Unfortunately, that's how your attitude comes across. I'm not saying that's what it is. That's how it comes across. All right, cool. Let's talk a little bit about Ant and Alexis. Ant and Alexis, obviously, they got back into the show. But what I want to interesting about them is Alexis was obviously complaining about the intimacy hasn't come up yet. They haven't had no kissing. And Ant made a very good point. He said, listen, I don't want to rush into these things. I don't want to just do something and make it feel like I've used her. I don't want to jump. Okay. I think he's attracted, but I think he's trying to figure her out. I can almost guarantee as men, we oftentimes can sense something's not quite right, but don't always act on it. I think Ant has sussed something, but it's not jumping in straight away. He's obviously cautious over, especially after the Nikita situation. And I'm not saying Alexis is even bad, but Alexis has got a little bit of a temper thing, right? When she wants to get on one, she can get on one. And I'm wondering, Ant is not that type of guy, right? You don't mind a little fire in the bosom, but I wonder if he's just calculating and just watching her, just observing to make sure she's not another Nikita. You know what I'm saying? Before he jumps in a little bit deeper. With her, I can understand the feeling of rejection, the feeling of being scared, being guard up, the fact that, Megan was out here doing Karen tears instead of taking accountability. And I can understand how she may feel even more hurt because the details that were released from Megan about they were having deep conversations, her and Jordan. But she didn't know that, Alexis. And so she's almost reliving the trauma all over again within a new scope of relationship. That's tough. That's tough. I wouldn't want to be them two. That's tough because she's out here trying to make it work with Ant while still trying to recover from the beatdown that she received from Megan and Jordan, which happened not long ago. And that's why I always say you need to take time, sit on a bench and rest. Maybe jumping back in this process might not have been the best thing to do, but I respect their decision to. They look good together. So, I think he might be just kind of observing her and just before he makes a move. And I know she wants a man to make that move. So, because she's scared of rejection. So she has to wait for him to make the move. I don't think he's going to make it just yet. I think he wants to observe, wants to assess, make sure she's not crazy. So hopefully him pausing and not jumping in straight away does not elicit her insecurities and she blows it up. Let's hope she doesn't do that. Please don't blow it up, Alexis. Rest, wait, observe, and move with the flow. You're enjoying the process. Get to know. Enjoy the get to know, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not everyday sex, bro. Okay? Yeah? Let's move on to my final couple, Bob and Megan. Listen, Megan hates Bob. It's that simple. Megan hates Bob. Listen, on the couch at home, the girl was leaning away from the brother. She don't like Bob. Not in the slightest. Not even as a friend. Even as a friend, you wouldn't be leaning away from your friend. She doesn't like Bob at all. Bob hasn't got anything she wants. Bob is not the only man she wants. Yeah. Jordan was what she was thinking of. Jordan was what she was needing. And she's just making do so she doesn't look like the bad guy. It's got nothing to do with Bob. Bob is not who she's wanting. Even when they were at the yes ceremony, again, so much gap and space. Oceans between them. Why is she staying in the process? Because it's for Bob. That's what she said. I'm doing this for Bob. Why are you doing this for Bob? You're meant to be doing it for you. And that let me know, girl, you just don't want to be the bad guy. You got no love for this brother. And Bob needs to see that and move forward. My friend, all that's going to happen is going to be in a very deep friend zone. You ain't got no nookie tonight. You ain't getting no kissy tonight. You ain't getting no hug tonight. You ain't getting nothing. You started on the couch. You're going to end on the couch. Nothing's changed since then, apart from the fact she kissed another dude. And you're keeping her in the game, bro. You just need to vacate the process and be done with it. Okay? She ain't gonna change. She ain't never gonna like you, bro. Okay? It's set in stone. You're not gonna be that one person that she always wants in her life. It's just not gonna be the case, bro. I mean, she literally sat away from him and was talking to him like this. I said, sis, are you not gonna get close to your man? Why are you so scared? Is his breath that harsh? Is it dragging you? What is it that you're leaning away as you're talking to your man? That don't make no sense, bro. I said, nah, this girl hates her. And then you want to throw in a Karen tears as well? When they questioned you today? I've said so many sorries. Darling, it's only happened a few days ago. It's not over. You think people are gonna just forget just like that? And then you bring out new details that you were actually having deep conversation with Jordan, which means there was more interactions before the kiss. Come on, darling, don't play us like a fool. Don't play us like a fool. We are not idiots. You understand? We can see right through you. All right. Anyway, let us know your thoughts down below, guys, in the comment section. What do you think of this particular episode as well? Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. You know what time